What's going on, everyone? We are finally here, getting to play some Sabe. Double yellow today, getting to mess with people's deck and people's hand. It looks like it's going to be a pretty exciting list, and we got some really cool new cards that we get to jump around and play with. With that said, a big thank you to my patrons over on Patreon, guys. A lot of this would not be possible without you, so thank you so much. That said, what do we got going on with Sabe? What do we got going on with the new cards? Sabe, whenever a friendly unit deals combat damage to a base, we get to exhaust the leader, look at the top two cards of their deck, and then we get to discard one of those cards. Basically, kind of controlling what they would have in their hand. This is pretty cool, as it allows us to really get rid of the problematic cards, but also gets a glimpse into what they're drawing. Now, there's no guarantee that we actually know what they're drawing, simply because there's a good chance that they'll actually go through and, well, resource those cards that they just drew. That said, it's very likely that they'll have some amount of cards that we get to see, and of course we get to remove cards like Overwhelming Barrage. If there's a Power of the Dark Side that's really obnoxious, we get to get rid of that. After that, we've got a bunch of new set 6 cards, the first one being the Stolen Star Path unit. We're actually going to try this out. I'm going to play the full 3 of. It's a 1 resource upgrade, +1/+1. Honestly, just reasonable. I mean, +1/+1 is nothing great. +2/+1 or +1/+2 is what I'd hope for, but +1/+1 is not bad. More importantly, on attack, if we name a card and they have it in their hand, we get to create a spy token. This could be really obnoxious. If we're going to be able to create a spy token every single turn, that is a lot of actions for our opponent to use up to try to deal with those spy tokens. If we're able to just get 1 or 2 attacks in with this, that's really powerful. We've got Bail Organa to also get rid of our own cards to create spy tokens as a 2/4 for 2. We have the Wrong Ride, which is a plot card that allows us to exhaust 2 enemy resources. Seems pretty valuable on the Sabe flip turn, because you can flip, exhaust 2 resources, attack with Sabe, and then hopefully get rid of that 5-drop that might be problematic. We've got Blue Ace, a 4/5 4-cost ambusher, which, when you attack, you have to ready an exhaust enemy unit, but that's totally fine. If the ambusher is really good in that game, we're just going to attack, kill their unit, and then maybe they're not going to have an exhaust unit at all. And then we've got Duchess's Investigators as a 5-cost play. This one, whenever we play it, we get disclose Cunning to discard a card at random from an opponent's hand. That's really good, because hopefully we're already getting rid of their best cards in the top of their deck. Maybe we've attacked with Sabe and gotten rid of a problematic card already by peeking at their hand, and then we play Duchess's Investigators and then just get rid of something that an opponent has no control over, and that can really disrupt them. And we also have Lightmaker, which we're just trying out today, a 5-cost 3/4 with Raid 4. And when it's defeated, you can exhaust each enemy unit in that arena that you choose. So really kind of interesting options here. Of course, we've got a ton of disruption. We've got Bodhi, Spark of Rebellion, Ahsoka Tano, Kira. We're just going all in on kind of really just being this absolute menace where we're constantly being able to attack and constantly being able to get a little bit of disruption in either bouncing units with Cantina Bouncer and Cunning itself, getting in extra damage with Surprise Strike or Hotshot Blaster, having a bunch of shielded units on turn 1 so we can continuously get Sabe's trigger going, or, disrupting their hand or having ambushers in the late game with Plo Koon, Depa Billaba, and Han Solo. We also have Petronaki Arena to make Sabe just that extra bit of power. Since we're being a little bit more aggressive, yes, I can choose Nabat Village and kind of go that direction where, we have this really nice starting hand. But to be honest, I mean, because our deck has so many recursive things, like for example, Ahsoka Tano, we essentially have 4 copies of it, because Akira kind of acts as like a Ahsoka Tano. And then for our 5-drop, we have so many really good 5-drops that it's really nice to play. We've got a bunch of 2-drops. I don't think Nabat Village is really necessary. Rather, I'd want to go ahead and get that little bit of extra damage to put on the final pressure to our opponent. With all that said, let's dive into some games and see what we can do, and hopefully we can make people rage quit, honestly. Alrighty, we got into game number 1, and honestly, this looks like a pretty solid hand. I'm going to probably resource the Han and the Millennium Falcon. I'm going to turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 play here, and I'm totally happy with that. Even though the Millennium Falcon could be good, double blue, I'm expecting a little bit of, Vigilance cards, some Force-based cards with the Virgin's Temple. So we will see what they end up having. Queel, that's going to be obnoxious, because that is going to allow them to draw a lot of cards here. Also, the spy token from Bale really isn't going to do a whole lot. Ooh, another Cunning. I actually don't think... I think I do want Plo Koon, so I'm going to keep Plo Koon, and we'll see kind of where we end up. That is a Yoda, huh? All right, let's attack. Trigger. I think what we'll do is we will just discard the cunning as well. Oh, whoops. Sure, we'll discard one of them. I shouldn't have discarded a card to bail. That was a little silly. Because they can just kill the spy token with the Queel. I thought about that afterwards, but let's go ahead and see. No. Oh, wow. Well, I mean, this game might be over. Okay. We are off to a good start, huh? We've got Chirrut on his way. Very, very nice. I don't know if we could get through Chirrut. This is going to be an interesting one. I should have kept the cunning. Of course, it would have been a nice turn for cunning. They're going to attack first, huh? I mean, wow, they've got Luke. I mean, this is just an obnoxious, just completely ridiculous start for them. The Queel into Yoda into Chirrut is going to be really good. The Bodhi not hitting anything really, really swells. Queel is just amazing. What an amazing card. They're going to be able to generate the force here, of course. Let's go ahead and play an Ahsoka, make them discard something. Okay, they're going to discard a Queel. I can attack, but it doesn't do anything. And this is the problem with Chirrut here. Depa Billaba, I mean, this could be relevant. We have no smuggle car options here. I have to attack with Ahsoka. And then drop a Plo Koon, and then, you know, maybe we can do something afterwards. Yeah, let's go ahead and attack in with Ahsoka. They can use the Force to prevent some damage here. They can use the Force now. They can use the Force later. It doesn't really matter. They have another Sentinel coming out, which is Captain Rex. And they have, brutal start here. All right, let's go Plo Koon, trigger ambush, knock out the Chirrut. The daughter, huh? Okay, let's play Bail. I will discard a card. See what we've got on top. They've got a daughter. They've got a Yaddle. I actually don't think any of these are particularly relevant, but I guess I'll get rid of the Yaddle. Because this is only going to heal 2 at most. They're going to claim initiative. We're going to deploy Sabe, and we will go ahead and get an attack in. Let's see what they've got. Rex, Obi-Wan. I mean, jeez. This is Sentinel, and then Luke coming down. I mean, I don't even know how we win at this point, to be honest. Oh, man. Let's get rid of the Kira, because I kind of want to play the wrong ride just straight up. Here comes Rex. I think in this particular spot, I just have to use the Plo Koon and kill off the Captain Rex. There's not really many options I have. Depa Billaba can do some work here, which is going to be nice. But that's pretty much all we've got. Discard, create a spy token. Jeez. They have Luke coming down next turn as well. Oh my gosh. And they still have Satine to heal up as well. I mean, what an obnoxious hand for us to deal with, huh? I mean, we can attack base, you know, and then at least get rid of the Luke, which is nice. So we can get rid of the Luke trigger. I'm kind of hoping that they use the Force here, because if they do, then they basically have no other option to get the Force back. I'm expecting them to heal up the daughter to get to the 4 toughness. And then we could play Depa Billaba to knock out the daughter. So ended up working out pretty nicely for us. We're going to go ahead and claim initiative. They're going to restore 4 here with their Satine. Fantastic. And then we'll see what we end up drawing. That was a great combination of cards, by the way. Absolutely fantastic. Hotshot Blaster going to be the easy resource, and then the Cantina Bouncer are going to do some work. We're going to knock out the Yoda, because the Spy Token, if he did 2 damage to the base, Yoda can just heal up too, so it's not like it matters a whole lot. They're going to draw a card. I was doing this first because I'm hoping that Sabe can, you know, hit something that's relevant. Wow, they drew into a Luke. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I got nothing. If I bounce the Luke, it is GG, so Oh, of course they drew into a second Luke. Oh, that type of hand is just brutal. Alrighty, into the next game here. I think the Depa, and I'm gonna go for the Stolen Star Path unit. So I want to keep my curve here, and I think Bamboozle is going to be pretty relevant. So let's go ahead and claim initiative. They're going to get rid of my... Oh man, this is risky. This is risky. Do I want to go Spark and Stolen Star Path unit? Yeah, let's do it. Even if they have Power of the Dark Side, it is what it is. I'm going to go for the L337 getting pumped up here. Yeah, this is fine. I needed to do something here. They have Secretive Sage. We can just knock out the Secretive Sage. So we get rid of their card in hand. They have a Felda Dragon too. Yeah, this ends up working out. They're going to play a Talisman's Assassin, no value. I mean, our hand kind of sucks too. Oh, they drew an Ogdo Bogdo? Wow, what a gamer. What a freaking gamer. I mean, that is just incredible. Owen, Fel. I mean, Fel doesn't do anything against us, so we'll just go ahead and, get rid of the other unit here. But, wow. I mean, we can't even deploy Sabe because he gets one shot by Ogdo. What an incredible draw from our opponent. Yeah, we'll pay one resource here. Okay, we'll attack in for 3. We'll see what they've got. Force Choke, Ruthless Raider. I mean, I guess we'll get rid of the Force Choke. Really don't want them to draw Force Choke. Oh, interesting. I mean, I will play Sabe, and I will play the wrong Rai, which is going to exhaust the 2 resources. So that's going to be at least nice for us. They're going to claim initiative. They've got Talisman's Assassin, Fel the Dragon. I mean, I take nothing. None of those cards are particularly relevant for us. And then they got double Fel the Dragon, double Talisman's Assassin, huh? So I want to go 2-drop or 1-drop, 2-drop, 2-drop. Maybe I go resource the Bale. No. Ooh, what do I want to do? What is the game plan here, to be honest? What is the game plan here? Okay, let's see what they've got in hand. Okay, they've got Force Choke. Okay, we'll take the Force Choke. This is actually going to be really good for us. This is going to be really good for us because we're going to put Stolen Star Path unit on this guy, and we're going to be able to create 2 spy tokens on the attack here, which is going to be fantastic. Talisman's Assassin here. 2 spy tokens. Wow, that was sick. That was sick. I'm in. Disabling Fang Fighter, huh? All right, we'll knock out the Fel the Dragon now, I suppose. Are they going to attack, really? Oh, wow, they're going to attack? They're going to allow us to create multiple more units here? I refuse to believe that is going to work for them. I mean, that is a lot of spy tokens here. I know that my opponent can knock out some spy tokens, but like, that's a crazy play. I'm surprised they attacked with Ogdo, to be honest. I thought we were going to like really struggle. I mean, I'm going to name Talisman's Assassin because they at least have 1 in hand, right? They kept both of them? Oh my gosh. And Anakin? Yeah, we'll discard the Anakin. Stolen Star Path, actually doing some work, getting an extra couple points of damage and creating like 1 million spy tokens to be super threatening. Pretty cool stuff. I mean, we've had to fight against 2 decks now that were very much more able to like control the board, right? Asajj with Force Chokes, Karases, Fells, and all that nonsense, and then double blue. Oof. It's brutal to start out with, but maybe we'll get there with a more unit-based deck. Alrighty, next hand we've got a decent one. I'm gonna keep. I'm going to get rid of the Han, and I'm gonna get rid of one of the N1 Starfighters up against a mirror match here. I think them having just a standard cunning base is actually really, really powerful. Wait. Oh. Okay, they want to undo their action. Sure. They can undo their action. They're grabbing a card or creating some spy tokens, I imagine. You got Bale, Sakatro, Bale. They're gonna create 2 spy tokens. Sure, we're gonna play our own Bale. And this means that we're kind of just. Oh wait, they've got, what do they have? 2 Bales, a surprise strike, and a Sakatro Vizago. Okay, we're gonna resource the L3 because I'm probably gonna go Stolen Star Path and 1 this turn. And we're gonna be able to create a spy token here. Surprise strike in. Okay, yeah, I mean, sure. They get surprise strike, and I mean, I mean, honestly, this isn't that big of a deal. They're gonna take the Bodhi, sure. We're gonna go Stolen Star Path, we're gonna pass. Blue Ace looks potentially pretty good. I mean, Cunning, huh? Yeah. Sure. They're gonna make us discard at random. I mean, they can keep doing this nonsense. It's fine. All they've done is kind of just stall out the game even further. And I think that actually gives us an advantage here. Yeah, it's resource, I guess, what do I have? I kind of want to go surprise strike, kill their Sabe when she deploys. So let's resource the blue ace here. It's not got the spy token. They're going to create a couple spy tokens here. Sure. Let's see. What are they going to do here? They have 2 faith in your friends. They draw the trifecta here. That's pretty cool. They drew the trifecta of faith in your friends. I mean, you know, sometimes your opponent just gets the triple faith in your friends. It is what it is. Let's just go with the Sokotano here. Make them discard. They're probably going to take my Han Solo, but if they do, we get to surprise strike them. Hit my base, take the Han. They're going to take, oh, even better. We managed to draw a Plo Koon here. So we'll just go Plo Koon right into their Sabe here. I mean, they could have also their own Plo Koon, but I think if they do go Plo Koon, we're pretty far ahead. I mean, they went with this, like, triple faith in your friends. I thought about playing this card, but I don't think it's very good against a lot of decks. And I guess we'll see. I mean, this is the triple faith in your friends draw from our opponent. And they played double Cunning. I mean, this is a ridiculous hand for my opponent. Like, an absolutely insane hand in terms of, like, the amount of disruption they have been able to do. I mean, who are they going to return? Ahsoka? They're just going to exhaust everything and get rid of the Ahsoka? Sure. I mean, if they want to, again, this is like the perma disruption hand. If we drew things like Cunning or that type of stuff and we actually were able to use it, maybe. I mean, they were able to surprise strike away our turn 1 unit as well, so that's kind of interesting. Let's see what they decide to do. Wow, look at that. They're going to try to take out... Okay, yeah. I mean, totally fair, I suppose. Let's resource one of these Ahsokas, and I'm just going to kill their spy token. If they play their own Han, we get to kill their Han with our Han. If they have something else going on, then we might be able to deal with it, but they've got no units on the board. I just wanted to get rid of their... We have all units on our board. This actually is totally okay because we're just going to drop in a Han here. They can exhaust the Sabe. That's fine. And then we're just going to Han them. Oh, they're saying hi. Hello, my friend. Hello. Let's see what they've got here, though. We're going to go Han. They knew we had Han in hand. So, I mean, this might just be the end of the game, but it really depends. Okay, they got Ebon Hawk here. That's a little bit scary because they can go ahead and, you know, get a very powerful effect. And we keep drawing a ton of units here. Let's go with Sabe here. I suppose we'll just discard the Millennium Falcon so they can't get in a ton of damage. Reveal the Blue Squadron. Yep. Kira is the discard here. That's fine. We'll attack in for 2. They've got Ahsoka here. Sure, we'll get rid of Depo Balaba. Play our own Depo Balaba again. Knock out the Ahsoka. I mean, they should be going pretty much all space here, but I understand the Ahsoka trigger. We really need to get a unit to deal with these space units. And then we'll just claim here. Cunning is kind of our best friend. Wrong ride, not what I wanted to see at all. Let's just go with Ahsoka here. See if they have all units. Okay, we're going to be able to resource or get rid of the Ebon Hawk here, which is going to be nice. And we have a million resources. We're going to play our Bodhi. They got a Cicatro here. Okay, so, I mean, I think we're in a pretty good spot. They can make us get rid of the top cards of our deck, which is fine. Let's just go and attack into base. What do they have? Cicatro, like I thought. What do I want to do here? So I can attack 6. I can deal... I think it's just better to hit everything into base. I think we've got this game. I guess they could have something in Smuggle. They have a Hotshot Blaster in Smuggle area. Okay. I mean, we're going to hit them with everything that we've got because we have multiple lethal threats. Even if they have like a surprise strike here, it doesn't win. It is 1 point of damage short. So they're going to need something just a little bit better. The Cunning doesn't work because they'd have to get rid of all 3 of these units because each one of these things is lethal. I think we got there. So the Faith in Your Friends is interesting. And again, like I said, I thought about playing this card. And against some decks, it's really, really good. Helps you set up a lot of, very, very high value threats. But they can draw the Mandalorian. That's fine. But the issue with it is you have 0 actual defensive power. So if your opponent has like any reasonable unit, like a turn 1 2/2 shielded, for example, your offensive is just really, really ruined, which is why I didn't really want to go with it. However, in this match, it did end up doing some cool things. They did have a Cunning to mess with my game plan with the Stolen Starpath unit. I was hoping to do something cool with it. And they were able to Stolen Starpath unit my N1 Starfighter, and they were able to get rid of my Bale with a surprise strike. But there you go. Like, the turn 1 0/2 0/2s had to use a secondary card to kill my Bale, and you're left with a 0/2, and you've used a total of 4 resources, which I don't like. And it's not like that was probably the play they had to make. It's just that it kind of stinks to have to make that play because you have a bunch of 0/2s on the board. But really interesting. It's kind of exciting to find a little mirror match here. We had basically the same deck. The only difference between us is I'm running N1 Starfighter, it looks like, and they're running Bravo Squadron. They're adding the Millennium Falcon in their deck. I decided not to play Cicatro. I decided to go with, some more events, I think. And I'm also playing Blue Ace, and they're not. So maybe they're playing the Lightmaker. I don't know. But a couple differences between the two lists. All right, on to the next one. And what do we've got here? No turn 1 play. We're going to mulligan this one. This one's a better hand. This one's a far better hand. I think Bodhi's going to be super relevant here. So I'm going to go ahead and resource the command, or the Cunning and the Millennium Falcon, even though I really kind of want the Millennium Falcon. Let's play the Bale. We'll see what we end up seeing in our opponent's hand. They've got an Onyx Squadron Brute. Sure. Ooh, I can go... Ooh, okay. Yeah, let's go Spark here. Power of the Dark Side, Val, Onyx Squadron Brute. Let's just take the Power of the Dark Side. I like that just because what we're going to be able to do is create a couple spy tokens here with the Stolen Starpath unit. Let's go Stolen Starpath unit on our Bale. They're going to have the Val, which is going to be pretty nice for them. Okay, so now we just name... We'll discard. And then we will name the Onyx Squadron Brute. And then we get to exhaust 2 Ruthless Raiders. I mean, I guess we'll take one of them. They're a little bit more aggressive in the space arena, but ooh, I mean, we have... Ooh, I actually think I want... I'm going to keep the Bamboozle. I think Bamboozle might be actually better. But we have Cunning, which is going to be really, really excellent. So we know they have Val / Onyx Squadron Blue. Probably Ruthless Raider is what I would guess. I would guess that they also have Ruthless Raider. Let's go and attack. Let's see what they have on top. It's a Count Dooku Chimera. I think Count Dooku is a little bit more threatening. Chimera, yes, can trigger like a heal 4 or a deal 6 indirect damage, which is nice, but I think I'd rather, see see what my opponent's going to be doing. So they've got Admiral Ozzel. Okay, so we're just going to name Admiral Ozzel then. Let's just return +4/+0 to the Bale. Attack, discard. We're going to name Admiral Ozzel because we know he has that. Yep. And we've got a bunch of spy tokens. I mean, look at this. Our entire game plan right now is Bale. Bale and the Stolen Star Path unit are literally getting there. I mean, Bodhi is going to come down. We're going to keep Bodhi over Crafty Smuggler because I think I'm just going to play Bodhi and see if we grab an event that they happen to draw. You know, maybe they're running with like No Glory or something. So we're just going to play Bodhi, see what they've got. Okay, so they have nothing to interfere with us. So I think we just win, right? I mean, I don't see my opponent being able to do anything. They've got a couple of units here, but nothing that's relevant in order to interact with us. We're going to be able to attack for 8, 11, and this is just GG, right? So we're going to trigger this. They got Devastator. We'll discard the Devastator. They've got the Onyx Squadron Blue they just played. They've got the Admiral Ozzel. That's fine. I mean, we're going to attack with everything, right? And this is just going to be GG. Droid, missile, platform. Yep. Deploy Sabe, and then GG. That was insane. I mean, the Stolen Star Path alongside Bale, creating 2 spy tokens a turn. I mean, that was just incredible. I mean, look at how many spy tokens we just ran through them. And they went with the Space Arena, which is why I was really excited about that. And then being able to draw that Spark of Rebellion was crucial. I was going to go with Bodhi, and Bodhi still would have been good. No doubt. I would have taken the Power of the Dark Side. I would have been pretty happy. But, you know, the Spark allowing us to take the Power of the Dark Side, them only having really space units to deploy, and then going with Stolen Star Path allowed us to get in a little bit of extra damage and then be able to generate 2 spy tokens. So have 2 bodies instead of just the Bodhi here. Which, again, Bodhi would have been good, but this was incredible. That was incredible situation. Alrighty, into the next game, and kind of a weak hand, you know, not really looking for what we want. Ooh, now this is a hand I can get behind. Bale into Spark of Rebellion, Stolen Star Path unit. That's kind of what we want. We're going to be like 2 ships in the night in this matchup. We're just going to be, you know, kind of bypassing each other. So the ability to, you know, kind of really mess with our opponent, I think Duchess Investigator is going to be pretty weak. But we're just going to go Spark here. Okay, great. Victor Leader is going to be the take here. And then we're going to go Stolen Star Path unit. I mean, they're going to generate a lot of value here. They're going to be able to do a ton of DPS. What was the other card that they had? The Clone Combat Squadron. So let's go ahead and discard Clone Combat Squadron. Great. Trigger. Accelerate our plans. I mean, I guess we'll take the accelerate our plans. They're going to be able to generate some tokens here, which is going to be cool and all. Ooh, another Cunning. That's actually interesting. I mean, I think we just return, because this is going to be the tempo game plan here. And then +4/+0 to a spy token. They've got Clone Combat Squadron. Sure. Clone Combat Squadron is going to be a lot of damage. It's going to be a lot of damage for sure. And then let's just name a card, which is going to be the oh my gosh, what is this called? Oh, what did I bounce? Stolen AT Hauler. Stolen AT Hauler. I forgot the name for a second there. Lurking Tie. Okay, cool. No discard. I want Cunning because I want to be able to do. Okay, they're just gonna get in, huh? They're just gonna get in. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's go ahead and Cunning +4/+0. Exhaust 2 units. And does my opponent have an answer to this? I mean, they could have go like No Good to Me Dead, I suppose. Stolen AT Hauler. Okay, let's get in for 6. Let's see what they've got. Shuttle, I suppose we'll take the shuttle. Get in with the 2 for the spy token. I mean, we have lethal on board, right? Wow, Bale plus Cunning here. The spy token generation was incredible. Like the disruption, the Stolen Star Path unit. I mean, Stolen Star Path unit created 2 spy tokens here. for 1 resource, got an extra damage every single turn, and Bale created a spy token, and then we just used the disruptive elements, which is the double cunning. I mean, double cunning was a great draw, but even just 1 cunning would have been good enough in this specific circumstance, and we could just deploy Sabe and knock them out. I mean, GG. I mean, that was awesome. That was awesome. Alrighty, into the next game. We've got Cal Blue. I'm gonna resource the Surprise Strike and the Han here. I've got a nice curve, which I do like. I might discard the Kira. We'll see what we end up drawing. But Bale on turn 1, we've seen the Bale on turn 1. We've seen the power that he can dish out. So let's go ahead and pass. We've got a Spark. We've got a Sokotano. I mean, honestly, I think I may discard a card. We'll see what they've got. They got an Ezra here. All right, let's go with Bodhi here. Waylay, sure. They've got Itinerant Warrior and another unit. All right, let's get rid of the Spark here. Create a spy token. Let's pass. Stolen Starpath unit could be good. Ooh, I do like the Stolen Starpath unit. I don't know if it's really all that great in this particular circumstance, but let's see what my opponent's going to do. Are they going to play something off the top with the Ezra is the question. They can deploy Cal this turn. They're going to Waylay. Wow. Okay, we're going to knock out Owen. They're going to play the Waylay. They're going to take Yoda. Okay. Let's go Ahsoka here. Yeah, let's exhaust Cal. Seems like a reasonable play. Duchess Investigators could be good. I mean, they have Plo Koon, we know it. But if they play Plo Koon to knock out Ahsoka, we kill their Ezra, we deploy Sabe. I mean, we're in a good spot. Yeah, here's Plo Koon. Sure, that's totally okay. That is totally okay. Because we're going to be able to knock out their units here as well. We're going to be able to knock out Plo Koon and Cal Kestis with our units here. Okay, let's deploy Sabe. Let's go Plo Koon. And, I mean, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? I'm going to go with a double Stolen Starpath unit. I'm definitely going to go with a double Stolen Starpath unit. Hopefully, Sabe lives here and they don't have an ambusher. But even if they do, I mean, we've seen them draw a couple of different cards so far. Okay, let's drop in Ahsoka. Make them discard a card. Okay, Surprise Strike goes into the resource or into the discard pile. If they had an ambusher, I would have expected them to just immediately ambush out. So I'm not expecting an ambusher here. Itinerant Warrior as the play here. That is totally okay. Let's go ahead and get a Stolen Starpath unit. Stolen Starpath unit here. What do they have? I forgot what they drew. All of the cards that they drew. Yoda, maybe? I mean, I guess we'll name Yoda. It's a Chirrut. Wait. Chirrut. There we go. And then we'll take the Chirrut. Wow, that was a little bit complicated because I was trying to figure out what the heck is going on right now. The Stolen Starpath unit, the first one reveals, and then the second one can create the spy token. So we're going to be able to create a spy token no matter what there, which is totally fine. We have the Han, which I really do like. It's going to be really nice. If they have their own Han, we can kill their Han with our Han, and then we get some value going. That works. That's totally okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and attack in for 2. They can use their Night Sister Warrior to knock out the spy token. Jedi Lightsaber. Oh, yeah, we're just going to Han that. Easy. Easy Han there. Let's just exhaust the Ahsoka. Let's claim initiative because we can, you know, kind of do our thing here by killing their Itinerant Warrior with the Han. And I mean, my opponent's really in trouble at this point. Like, super, super in trouble. Kill off the Itinerant Warrior. Yaddle coming in. Let's just get in their base for 6. Let's see what they can draw. Chirrut's going to be the most relevant here. And it's GG. Yeah, I mean, really, we didn't do anything too crazy here. I mean, they had a reasonable curve, but it was just our leader was more valuable than theirs. And it's what kind of came down to be honest. I mean, they did their things, we did our things. They had the waylay for the was it Bale that they bounced? I think they bounced the Bale early on. And then we kind of couldn't get started with our stuff, but it's fine because Sabe's a 4-6 with, you know, raid 1, and then theirs is a 3-4. So who cares, right? Alrighty, into the next game, and well, we've got ourselves a hand, that's for sure. We've got ourselves a hand. Let's resource the Ahsoka and the Crafty Smuggler. I'm gonna go N1 Starfighter. There looks to be a 4-stack, so I mean, we're gonna see what they're able to come up with here. Double blue though, lots of events. I'm thinking is usually what this is. But yeah, we will see. Let's go ahead and claim Blue Ace, huh? Let's resource the Han. I'm gonna get an attack with N1 Starfighter for sure. Let's do that first. Let's see what they can draw. Vigilance, Ezra. Let's take the Vigilance. We're gonna play Bodhi. We can grab the Constructed Lightsaber. We're gonna claim. There's a Kira. There's an Ahsoka. Let's go ahead and resource, I suppose, the Blue Ace here. Let's attack in for 3. What do they've got? Hyperspace Disaster. All right, I don't care about Hyperspace Disaster. They can play their Hyperspace Disaster all they want. All right, let's play Ahsoka. Get rid of another card in their hand. All right, let's resource the Ezra, or exhaust the Ezra. Let's claim initiative here. Ooh, interesting. Hotshot Blaster looks great here. Let's go Hotshot Blaster in to kill the Ezra, actually. And then they can kill the Ahsoka with Yoda, but that's okay with us, to be honest. Yeah, that is totally okay. Let's go to deploy Sabe here. Okay. What did they reveal? They drew Itinerant Warrior. Okay. Let's attack Luke, Captain Rex, Itinerant Warrior. All right, well, let's take the Itinerant Warrior. Let's put the Stolen Star Path unit on our Bodhi. Let's attack in. We're going to name Luke. Hyperspace Disaster, Captain Rex. They've got a Captain Rex here, which is going to be great. Ooh, take it back. It's not going to be great for them. Oh my gosh, what a fantastic play here. I mean, we're going to Cantina Bouncer that every single time, every single day of the week. Let's get it. All right, let's attack in. Yeah, we're just going to take, I guess we'll take the Rival's Fall, because Luke won't actually be able to kill anything here. Yeah. And then we're going to name Luke. We've got Yoda, and then we're going to attack into base for 2. Seems good. I mean, Cunning. I mean, all of this seems good. All of it seems good. There's Luke. Yep, they can shrink down something. Not a big deal at all. We go Cunning +4. Make them discard. Let's go with Sabe attack in. We can get rid of Captain Rex. We can play Spark here, get rid of Kiadi. I mean, let's see, that's 9. I mean, we just have lethal, right? Like next turn, so we may as well. Hyperspace Disaster is in their hand. Yeah, I don't really see how this could go wrong. I mean, I suppose I could have, like, you know, killed the Luke because they're going to get the Restore 3 in, but I don't really see this going wrong for us. So I don't think they resourced the Yaddle. I would have think they resourced the Hyperspace Disaster. Well, they have another Luke. Okay, well, doesn't matter. None of that wins in the game. I was going to say, I'm surprised they kept the Hyperspace Disaster this whole time. Like, and is a 7 cost maybe kill 1 space unit? I don't know. Maybe they were worried that we were going to go all to space, but we just disrupted their hand incredibly hard. I mean, they could just do nothing, really. I'm surprised they didn't kill my Bodhi with the Ezra immediately. When we played that Ahsoka turn, I think that was, you know, something that they could have really stalled out the game a little bit. And then we would have potentially had to kill the Luke and do some shenanigans like that. But Yeah, I mean, just super disruptive there. Alrighty, guys, we did some absolute work with this deck. Extremely disruptive. Honestly, there are a couple cards here that were incredibly impressive. We did not get to see a lot of them, to be honest. Lightmaker, we didn't get to see play. Duchess Investigators, we were about to see, but didn't really get any value out of. The Wrong Ride did a little bit here and there. I think this is actually a solid card, depending on the matchup. Blue Ace, we didn't really see a ton of space strategies, where we can immediately play out the Blue Ace and get some value that way. So that didn't really get to see. Maybe this is more of a sideboard option. But the two cards that absolutely dominated a couple of games, Bail Organa and the Stolen Star Path unit, were incredible. A 1 resource, a +1/+1 that's like almost guaranteed to get you a spy token because of all the ways we can look at their hand. Between Spark of Rebellion, Bodhi, Sabe's action, Stolen Star Path unit from the previous turn, Kira's, we've got all those types of cards to look at their hand. And then, of course, Sabe's attack herself. You just are almost guaranteed to be able to, utilize that Stolen Star Path unit to great effect, which is amazing. Bail as well. We were just able to utilize every single card in our hand, discarding, create more spy tokens, put more pressure on your opponent. Yes, spy tokens are 0/2s, which kind of stink, like I mentioned with the mirror match with the one that creates two spy tokens for 2 resources. But the issue is that Bail Organa is generating a spy token every single turn. And so when you're generating a spy token, you have Bail, who's still getting in pressure. Your opponent has to deal with the spy token, and you still have combat power on the board. So you're using cards that you would not have played otherwise in your hand to kind of go for that game plan. So I really liked it. I thought Petronaki Arena, it didn't really threaten us to have the 4 less HP for the +1/+0. I think the Bot Village could be an option, and even 30 HP Cunning Base. The only game that was really, really close was the other Sabe mirror match, where the 30 HP probably would have been better, because I don't think Sabe got into 4 attacks into the base to make up for the 4 HP loss on Petronaki Arena. That said, I mean, I do think this base is worthwhile against a lot of the other decks out there that are a little bit more controlling or a little bit more, mid-range, that slower pace. Overall, really, really cool list. I think the best part about Sabe isn't actually the ability to manipulate the top card of the deck with the front side. It's the flip side and all the disruption associated with it. Between Bodhi's and Sparks, like if you spark someone, let's say you go wrong ride on that turn, right? You deploy Sabe, you wrong ride. Your opponent can't really play a whole lot. You attack with Sabe, you get a card out of their hand, then you play Spark. I mean, you've taken their 2 best cards out of their hand, and that's an amazing turn, right? You disrupt their turn 4 play. You got 2 cards, the best cards out of their hand. Yes, they got to draw an additional card, but Spark Rebellion comes back, and okay, maybe you drew a good card, you get to take that one out too. I mean, there is so much disruption in this list that it is really tough for your opponent to do what they really want to. And then to follow that up, yeah, maybe they deal with Sabe, but then you got Depa Billaba, Plo Koon, Han Solo, Cantina Bouncer to disrupt their next play as well. And that's a really, really powerful effect. So pretty cool stuff. I think this leader is solid, not like incredibly amazing. I'm curious if anyone's going to get some other combinations in. Like I think Sabe Red is a great addition, like with Tarkin Town and stuff like that. I think you can have a lot of great cards in addition to what we're playing here. But this is a solid list. Very, very disruptive and really obnoxious. Makes your opponent rage quit more than anything else. Honestly, and they're not actually gonna rage quit. It's just like, because you may draw something, but it's like, oh, they took my best play. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all for the next one.